this story here I want to go over because I think some people are kind of blowing it a little bit out of proportion. They're right to be concerned, but as we go through this, I'll give my takes. I wouldn't be too worried about this move in particular. Now, the West is doing a lot of other more destructive things against anime, but this I think has different goals. Netflix to help nurture young animators in Japan. U.S. streaming company to pay tuition and living costs to expand original content. So what are they doing? And then I'm going to speculate a little bit as to the ultimate end goal. So Netflix will financially support young animators in Japan as part of its efforts to expand its original content in the long run, as a shortage of animators is being felt even in the traditionally talent-rich country. Well, maybe if they were paid more, they wouldn't be a shortage. But yeah, I'm actually glad that the West is recognizing that Japan doesn't have the talent to waste on their shitty woke Western ideas when they're making the awesome Japanese ones. The Tokyo-based anime production company WIT Studio, a partner of Netflix, will launch WIT Animator Academy in April, according to the U.S. streaming company. The curriculum will be developed by a video training center owned by anime production company Sasayuri and supervised by Netflix. For 6 months starting in April, about 10 successful applicants will learn how to create frames that lie between keyframes and animations. Oh my god, doing the most tedious, boring grunt work. Applicants must be Japanese residents between the ages of 18 and 25 who have graduated from high school or will do so this March. Netflix will pay the tuition of 600,000 yen or $5,720 per student and a monthly living stipend of 150,000 yen. The graduates will be tasked with creating in-betweens for Netflix's original anime at either WIT Studio or Production IG in Tokyo. Netflix plans to support animators for a multi-year period, so the program will be provided on an ongoing basis. The areas of artistic support could also be expanded. Now, this would be a good time to pause a little bit and get into what the fears were and what's really going on. So when they in particular said that foreigners are going to be welcome into this program as well, because notice that they say you have to be a resident of Japan, not a Japanese citizen, just a resident. So that means this is open to Westerners as well. And other outlets have been reporting this as, Netflix is trying to import Westerners into the anime industry as plants to ruin them, which is probably true to a degree. But in this specific case, that's not actually what they're doing. They can't find enough studios that want to actually work with them. I mean, they have these two, like WIT and Production IG, that they either own or are partnered with. But otherwise, they're very limited. Like the amount of content they want to make, like they don't have the talent to do it. And at this point, Netflix has kind of resigned themselves to the fact that they can't rely on Western animation studios to do anything right. It has to be done in Japan the Japanese way. So Netflix they're not so much trying to implant Westerners in the anime industry. They're trying to train up their own in-house animation teams, basically. And they know that the best teachers are in Japan. So they're skipping over the CalArts crap they got here, and they want their people trained over there in Japan. That's basically what this is. But there may be more. Let's continue. It is common for animators to hone their skills through their daily work, and they generally have few opportunities to learn skills systematically. With anime being one of Netflix's key forms of content, the company is partnering with production companies and creators. Yeah, hopefully they can actually start making good content sometime soon. So Netflix has surpassed 200 million subscribers around the world by the end of current year -1. Japanese anime provides powerful content for attracting new users. And here's where they need to be careful not to fuck up. They can make something that looks like anime, but if it's woke Western garbage, no one wants to see it. They already partnered with Jaden Smith for something that just vaguely resembled anime, but was a notorious laughingstock. The company has partnered with anime studios and creators and plans to offer more than 25 original works from Japan this year. Japan is important not only as a source of content, but a promising market for the streaming company. With the government lockdowns keeping consumers stuck at home more than usual, Netflix added roughly 2 million subscribers in Japan over the past year to bring its total to more than 5 million. So they almost doubled it. And remember, if you're specifically going for the Japanese market, you better be giving them Japanese anime, not woke Western shit that vaguely looks like anime. And the same goes for the West, for that matter. The reason anime is so popular outside of Japan is because people like it better than the shit that they have available in their country. If you turn anime into the same shit they're trying to get away from, it's not going to work. Earlier this month, Netflix raised the prices of its streaming plans in Japan by up to 13%, leveraging a subscriber base that has expanded sharply amid the government lockdowns to invest in its growing library of original content. The cost of a standard plan will rise to 1,490 yen or $14, 170 yen more than the current level. With the bare bones basic plan will jump to 990 yen from 880. The premium, which includes 4K Ultra, will stay at 1,980. Netflix has raised monthly subscription fees by $1 to $3. No one really cares about that. The only interesting thing is what they're doing with anime. So we need to be very mindful of what the West does in Japan when it comes to anime, because we can already expect them to hire Japanese studios to work on woke Western bullshit. And honestly, the studios, I mean, if the Westerners are paying, a job's a job. I don't blame the studios for taking it. But they may be trying to infiltrate Japan as well, like set up Westerners, which will be difficult because your average Westerner will not be able to survive the Japanese work ethic. Yeah, alternatively, they may be trying to trick some of these Japanese studios into making woke Western style bullshit, which hopefully will bankrupt whatever studio tries it so the rest learns their lesson. So there's a lot of things going on that we should be watching out for. But this in particular, I am not as freaked out at this specific move as a lot of other people are. This doesn't look to me like Netflix is trying to pay to bring more foreigners into the anime industry so they can westernize it from the inside. This is just Netflix paying to have actually competent people train up their own workforce, basically. Netflix wants their own in-house anime production, effectively. And they know they need talented people to do it, and they can't get talented people in the West, so they have to train them in Japan. But these people are not going to be cycled back into the Japanese anime industry. These people are going to remain like Netflix employees. So it's not. This isn't that big of a deal, and I don't think Netflix original anime really has much of a chance. And when I say Netflix original, I don't mean like how they paid studios to make, they funded Japanese studios to make Japanese anime based on Japanese source material, and they stayed out of it. I mean, that's fine. Like Knights of Sidonia, Blame, those are perfectly fine. Those were good. When I say Netflix original, I mean start to finish, produced in-house based on original IP created in-house by woke Westerners in Netflix. The only time I have seen the West get close is with Avatar: The Last Airbender. But those talents are few and far between. So I'm not too concerned. The free market is probably going to fix this. This is just Netflix trying to build up their own in-house production. And right now it's really just for the people doing like the lowest of grunt work. Like they're literally just doing fill-in frames in between keyframes. We definitely need to keep our eyes on them. But as of right now, this is nothing to worry about. So let's move on.
Oh man, I am so excited to tell you guys right now that finally, after about a year of build-up and shilling, we have launched Blade Devil on Indiegogo, and so far it is doing so well thanks to awesome people like you. If you haven't backed it yet, then please check the links in the description and check out Blade Devil on Indiegogo. You will not be disappointed. Looking forward to seeing you there.